What do you genuinely just not understand? Why people can't use a public restroom without literally shitting all over the ducking toilet? How the Voyager 1 is 12 billion miles away from Earth and we can still receive data from it. And my router doesn't work even though it's in the room next door. How we store and recall memories. In fact, really just the whole human mind. The human mind confuses my human mind, if you will. Life in general. Like, what the duck am I doing here? Hey, my first gold. Thanks, man. How data flies through the air and lands on a device that it's intended for. For example, you're on your cell phone right next to another person on their cell phone, and you're both getting the data you're expecting. Seems like this stuff would be hitting us in the head. People who can ask for proof of something, get it, have it logically explained, and they still refuse to even consider that they might be wrong. Is this it? Are we just supposed to wake up, go to work, then go back to bed, then we die? Family trees and terms associated with it. Like, if my mom's cousin has a child, what are they to me? What is my mom's cousin to me? Celebrity obsession. There's a huge market for people to consume celebrity gossip. Dozens of magazines. A bunch of TV shows dedicated to it. Who the duck cares? Yeah. I like certain actors because they are good at acting. Great. I'm more likely to see their movies. I could not give less of a duck who they are dating or what minor thing is making the gossip rags go nuts. Those ducking paparazzi hound these people day in and day out just to feed some great curiosity the public has for no reason. I don't get it. The whole industry of celebrities that only exist because of our obsession with celebrities, like the Kardashians, is even weirder. Now you care about someone's private life who only became known to you because of having gossip rag talk about their private life. How somebody can speak to you every day for several months and then just start ignoring without reason, never to speak to you ever again. How women love feeling their baby move inside them. I am currently pregnant and it freaks me out so much despite how thankful I am to know the baby is alive and well in there. How to like being around people again. I used to have lots of friends as a kid, but I spent a lot of time by myself in high school and I find I like being by myself most days now. But even I get lonely. But I don't really know how to reach out to people anymore. Cryptocurrency. My brother-in-law has tried to explain so many times how anyone can feel actual pleasure from making another person suffer. I mean, I can't even put myself in that place. How images are made on a screen, or how photos are taken. I've had it explained to me in detail. My brain just doesn't get it. Polygamy. I have nothing against it and I admittedly haven't done that much reading on it. Just the idea of dealing with more than one person stresses me out mentally. I genuinely do not understand the anti-vax movement. I'm sure the actual number of anti-vax parents is relatively small, I hope. But the entire movement is based on debunked claims made by a disgraced doctor and Jenny Ducking McCarthy. In addition to the standard vaccines equals autism fallacy, I've noticed a vast majority of these people believe everything they read on the internet regardless of source and legitimacy. Have a correlation with joining MLM companies because critical thinking doesn't exist. And the extent to which these people will go to attempt curing their sick child with essential oils instead of scheduling a doctor's visit blows my mind. Like, instead of calling their PCP to schedule a doctor's visit, they'll submit their questions to a FB mommy group and receive answers like my son's brain tumor literally disappeared when we started hand-feeding him our own fecal matter. Sorry. I'm just annoyed. Why some people think that other people don't deserve the same human rights as everyone else. Math. How you can do math/physics/whatever the fuck and make equations to do everything. Fly spaceships. Predict when we think the sun is gonna blow up. How people are NASA just use math to do stuff. My ex was a mathematician and I didn't understand anything he was doing or how the hell he enjoyed it. The phrase, by the way, I understand what it means. But why do those words mean that? I don't get it. I've heard people say in order to be happy you have to not let negative thing bother you, but what does that even mean? If something devastating happens to you, you can't just turn off your sadness like a robot and switch them to happy. You can't help how you feel. Men who don't wash their hands after going to the bathroom. It infuriates me. High-waisted pants. Jeans especially. Look. I've tried. I know ladies will tell me it hides their gut. But also, they're uncomfortable as duck. They restrict your breathing. Put pre-assure on your vag, especially when you sit down, and make you look like you've got a denim diaper on. Give me mid-rise or give me death. Edit, you guys can chill with telling me what kind of high-waisted jeans to get and how I need to try them out. It's cool. We don't have to like the same things. Everything about how the human body heals. I cut my arm. Say. Why doesn't the cut just stay like that? Forever. The same way it would in literally any other material? How the duck can you cut skin off one place? Staple it over a wound. And both spots heal back to normal? It's crazy. Nothing else works that way. Why do some people feel the need to announce everything they do to the world on social media? FFS, no one cares what you ate for breakfast. I don't get why greed always wins over rationality. Look at climate change, worker abuse, etc. It's disheartening to see how everything keeps on going the wrong way, and we are still not putting enough effort to fight those issues. The stock market. I don't understand why it exists. It's not like Apple is calling me as a part owner of the copy for future decisions. It's just gambling. And why insider trading is illegal. If I have info to place a better bet, of course I would act on it. Why Americans are so pig-headed with some of their ways. What's wrong with universal health care? Going into debt or paying a massive sum for i.e. cancer is insane. Or not wanting to enforce gun control. No one needs a semi-automatic. The current issue, the wall? Why do people want to have $5 billion spent on a wall? I just don't get it. I know my country isn't perfect, but it's not broken like this. I don't understand how the US is only 4% of population but create anywhere from 20 to 25% of all waste. 1. Shampoo brands. They all look the same. Seriously. Actually reading the ant level font on those huge bottles is so dumb. There's not enough space to increase the font? I've purchased and wasted so much money on labels telling me they are for dry hair. Ending up using way more conditioner and leave-in. 2. Mascara. I'm convinced the formula inside the bottles are the exact same. Just the brush design and different. Length. Volume. Bold. Whatever. It's ridiculous. So I buy Maybelline Great Lash and call it a day. 3. Yogurt. I see at least 500 brands at the grocery store lined up against the wall. Why the hell is a 5 ounces cup of this cost $2 to $4? Why? For the love of God. My cat. One day, she's giving me the cold shoulder, avoiding interacting with me at all costs. And the next, she's warmer than a fireplace in winter. She claws up my furniture but will avoid using scratching posts. She drinks out of the toilet bowl instead of her water bowl. And she cries for more food while her bowl is still half full. She's a small, white, furry mystery. And I love her. Why I can't see these posts in time to get in on the discussion. I'm not going to scroll through so many comments. And I'm sure my gripe has been mentioned. But people that leave their trash from cars in parking lots. To those that do, fuck off. I don't understand how anyone could possibly want to sacrifice their entire adult lives to have and raise children. I find them absolutely insufferable. And as a woman I've often wondered if maybe there's something wrong or different with me genetically that makes me feel this way. My mind gets blown away just from thinking about how everything was invented. Like, how did anyone have the brains to make television work? Willpower. How are some people so freaking good at controlling themselves? Even controlling emotions is hard. I angry cry in debates sometimes without realizing. Obsession with trends and brands, such as Supreme. I understand brand loyalty. For me, my clothes have to be functional and appealing. I find certain brands like Burton do that super well, which has made me a very loyal customer. So what the duck is going on with Supreme? Are people actually insane? The Holy Trinity. I'm being forced to examine it for the first time since childhood, and it makes no sense to me. Much like the rest of Christianity. But the logistics of the Trinity I don't get it. Computers. How the duck do these bits of metal and plastic glued together do all this stuff? Light speed. If you were on a ship that was really long and you were in the back, it starts going to near light speed. If you travel to the front, how is your combined total speed not above light speed? Why people vote for the two major parties still in America? Past election. You voting for Trump or Hillary? Me. You know there are other choices, right? They are the only ones that matter. Me. SMH. 1. How Trump convinced people he'd stand up for the little guy, and that they still believe it. 2. How he convinced people he's a good businessman despite filing for bankruptcy multiple times and demonstrably doesn't know what tariffs are. Oh. And being one of the few people capable of losing money owning casinos. The house always wins. Unless the house is an idiot. Why more people are not outraged and concerned about Lyme disease? It is the largest vector-borne illness in America. The CDC estimates 300,000 to 1 million people will be infected per year. It is 6 times more likely than HIV/AIDS and twice as likely as breast cancer. Yet, no one seems to talk about it. It is a serious illness when left untreated and misdiagnosed that causes great havoc in the body and affects every organ. 1 in 4 with a chronic form of Lyme disease commit suicide due to lack of treatment and feelings of being ignored by the medical community. This is everyone's problem. Everyone is just one bite away from having this happen to them or a loved one, and yet the topic is largely ignored. I will never understand that. How people can just be so hateful to service industry workers. Ma'am, I'm sorry you hate your life. Don't take it out on me. The Maze Runner series. There is a maze and there's a girl there because there's a virus. What the hell is the plot? I cannot grasp the fact that people allow those in power to consistently play us off against each other. Black against white. Muslim against Christian. LGBT against hetero. Man against woman, etc., etc. Divide and rule creates all of the division we suffer from, so elites remain unchallenged. I don't understand why racism still exists. We're all human regardless of where we come from. Our skin color, ethnicity, tribe, or creed. Essentially, we're the same. Argument for multiple genders. I get male, female, and trans. Any more than that I struggle with. I'm not against it. I just don't get it. Why people argue that there are more than 2, 3 genders. Male and female, hermaphrodite. And why those who claim there are more than 2 can't give a total count on the amount of genders. If you claim there are more than 2, then give me a total. Okay. So I've probably just signed my death warrant saying the above, but I genuinely do not understand.